Okay, it took me like 3 weeks to make this video. Yo, what's up, guys? It's Phantom here today. But this is old news, old ass fucking news. Is Mortal Kombat dead? And where do we go next? Where do we go next? Mortal Kombat 1 is done with everything, with the DLC cycle, and from what Ed Boon said on Twitter, we will still get updates for the game, but in general, don't expect any more story content, no more DLCs, and no more skins and stuff to be released. We got the definitive edition. When you get the definitive edition of a game, it's over with. We're done. Party's over. And I want to talk about some thoughts I have about Mortal Kombat 1, and I also want to talk about where Netherrealm might be going with this next game or next project. Also, you know, a lot of stuff that I want to talk about through Warner Brothers, which is owned by NetherRealm. So first of all, I want to say this: I did not hate Mortal Kombat 1. I did not. I think I was one of the very few where I'm like, listen, I wish I didn't buy it for the price point I did. I bought it for $80 because I wanted to get all the characters and stuff. And that game is not worth $80. I'm just telling you that. A smooth 50 is highballing it, and a smooth 40 is lowballing it. And I gotta say, I'm gonna start with the positives. Let's not do this on a downer note. Combat for this game was okay. Besides, I did not like the cameo system, but everything else with the game was pretty good. The graphics, you can't really fuck up in graphics for the PlayStation 5. You have enough hardware, and NetherRealm is far from anyone that's gonna fuck up on graphics. The art style was okay. I felt like it was a bit bright and a bit like they were going for the cinematic thing that most movies go for. And excuse me, my throat is still very dry. But it's been it was not terrible looking. The story mode, I actually liked the story. It was corny as hell. It was a corny story, and I have to learn to accept that. It was very corny, but I liked it. It was okay for what it was. That's my personal preference. I can't even say that on a good note. Yeah, that's most of my positives. I guess I can say that one mode, I forgot what it is already, was fun for like 5 minutes before I put it down, and that's it really. There's a lot of negatives now. Number one, the lack of content. Listen, even though I said that one mode, I think it's called Conquest or something, was fun, I'd rather have towers, man. That shit was ass. The tower mode in this game, like, I'd rather have tower modes. I'd rather have towers and have them have different challenges throughout. Another negative, generally, as much as I say I like the story isn't for everybody. If you're somebody who looks at this from an analytical standpoint, this shit was a watered down Armageddon, and it was done so bad in a lot of areas. It was cool seeing some stuff, like a lot of positives with the story, was like Scorpion and Sub-Zero being brothers and eventually turning against each other. I like that they, made the relationship between Melina and Katana a lot more healthier. But man, other than that, it was, I guess I do like how Johnny Cage and Kenshi were. A lot of positives of the story, but then there's a lot of negatives. Like Shang Tsung was an underwhelming villain. The whole let's all have the universes converge into one has been played out for so long, and they keep doing it. I haven't even touched Chaos Reign. I'm not about to act like I'm going to touch that ever. I don't even want to see that story. I can tell they've already fucked that up. From what everyone has told me, and from what seeing other people play it and be generally disappointed. And it's not even, first of all, I don't care about the Sector and Cyrac gender change. I never really cared about characters changing their genders. What makes me weirded out isn't even them, but it's just how they did the second half of the expansion. First of all, you charge another thing. The price of DLC and microtransactions for Mortal Kombat 1 was abysmal. You telling me I'm damn near spending how much I would spend for a character on a cutscene being a fatality? Something ain't right, Chief. Something ain't right. And I still gotta put in the button the button inputs. You're not helping. I'm spending money to press specific buttons in hope that it works. Like, nah. But lack of content. Conquest mode was alright. Story mode is alright. And online mode is all you're probably gonna get out of this. Oh, and versus mode. Which, you know, I mean, if you got homies that come over, yeah, that's great. But like, yeah, give me the towers any day. And second, the cosmetics. Cosmetics range from awesome, and those are like the nostalgia bait cosmetics, like from past games, to like bad. I mean, the last cosmetics we got, which were like the movie costumes. First of all, the movie hasn't even come out yet for Mortal Kombat 2, but they were still good in my opinion. They look great. But I think that's like the last big and good cosmetic we're gonna get. Shit, that got a lot of I'm sorry for the long ass segments, but no, I'll leave time cards below. Another negative is really the roster for me. I feel like you could have kept the current roster, right? But it wouldn't have hurt to put those characters that were cameos in the game. They were more interesting than what we got. And the thing is, everyone's gonna say, "Oh, well, they're not gonna, relate to the story." You don't need them to really be in the story to be a character in the game. I feel like we need to kind of get out of that, because a lot of fighting games have characters that aren't present in the story at all, but are still in the game, that aren't DLC. And I guess because I don't like the cameo system. Listen, they were trying something new. I'm gonna give them credit. But you hide the best characters in the cameo system. Because Shujinko is very interesting, and it would have been cool to see his moveset. Who else was in there? Sonya and Jax are big main characters. They're mainstays. And to watch them be reduced to like just, they're tag team characters. Nah. I understand certain characters like Madame Bo. That is a cameo if I have never seen it. Movado, nobody was fucking with him. Shit, you should have put Cobra as a cameo. Should have been like the less popular 3D characters, but like Darius, why is it? No, I think I can understand why Darius is a cameo character. I'm sorry for Mortal Kombat fans. I love Deadly Alliance and I love Deception, but I understand why some characters are cameos and some aren't. But like mainstay ones, Frost should not have been a cameo. She should have been in the story, and she could have easily fit in the story. A lot of characters could have easily have been in the story. But yeah, this and the one clip that everyone keeps bringing up, I would put it in here, but I don't really want to. Ed Boon saying this game is going to be supported for years on years on years. Ed Boon isn't 100% in charge of that. You know that, right? He has higher ups that work at Warner Brothers that deal with this type of thing. And these higher ups are the ones that are in charge of, who goes in the game, what happened to the game. And if I believe it or not, I think they said due to the low sales of Chaos Reigns, they didn't want to support it no more. But it's the company's fault. I'm not going to blame Neitherrealm for this. I'm blaming Warner Brothers for their greed when it comes to this. And I'm going to tell you why. Warner Brothers decided to price this expansion DLC, which should have been at the least $25. I would have paid $25 for a story expansion. At the most, where I would have been like, I don't want to pay that much, but I understand where they're coming from, $35. It should not have been a whole 60. Was it 60 at launch? I think it was either 60 or 50. It was. I'm lowballing it at 50, and if someone can tell me in the comment section how much did it cost at launch, that'll be greatly appreciated. You are getting tagged in that comment. But yeah, I believe that they just set the low price, and a lot of people were saying, I'm not gonna spend the price of a whole game for an expansion. And I fucking understand it. I get it. I get it. I didn't do it. I damn sure didn't do it. Did I have the money? Yeah, I could afford it. I definitely could have afforded it. But I'm so as much as I wanted to play as Ghostface, as much as I wanted to play as the Terminator, and yes, I'm a huge Terminator fan. As much as I wanted to play as Conan the Barbarian, because these are characters I actually like. I like everybody else, but I actually like Conan and all that stuff. While everybody was hating on it, I was like, okay, I've always wanted to see these characters in a game like this. I was not willing to pay. I bought them separately. When they I think it was the day of play, I bought all 4 of them separately and didn't even buy the expansion. Cause I was like, there's no reason to buy that expansion. So it's just telling you, like, yeah, a lot of people showed with their wallet. I don't know what Warner Brothers is about to do. And yeah, it's more mainly Warner Brothers and Neitherrealm. They both have to make that step. Everyone's saying Injustice 3. Honestly, from how this game was done, I think Cameo was meant to be a sidekick mode. Well, not sidekick mode, but a sidekick feature. And in Mortal Kombat 1 was supposed to be Injustice 3. There's so much of the blueprint of an Injustice game in Mortal Kombat 1 that I'm like, it makes more sense that it should have been. Even if they wanted to, they could have switched out the characters and it would have been like, you didn't even have to change the DLC characters. Really. Like Peacemaker and Omni-Man kind of already fit. Not Homelander. Homelander's violent as hell, so yeah, he fits Mortal Kombat 1. But like, Omni-Man is interchangeable. Even if you didn't want to use Omni-Man, you could have used Invincible for Injustice 3. But I do feel like that's the next game they're going for. I feel like Mortal Kombat is getting a fatigue going for it. And here's the thing, it's not me saying that. I'm not tired of Mortal Kombat, but I do feel like it needs to go back to the drawing board one more time. Figure out what they did wrong this time and do better. And I feel like that will definitely impact what they do in the future. Again, I don't know what Neitherrealm is planning, but I know it's probably going to be Injustice 3. And with Injustice 3, I'm hoping that they look at what they did wrong with Mortal Kombat and figure out, like, okay, let's not do this for Injustice. So, like, you know, they offer the tower-esque system that was in Mortal Kombat 11 and Injustice 2. I hope they do offer better cosmetics. Honestly, I'm tired of the cosmetic system. And everybody's gonna get mad at me when I say I'd rather have the costume system we have in Street Fighter 6 or that we had in the original Injustice 1. I'd rather have costumes. I'm sorry, I prefer it. I get it. Make my own Batman sounds cool. But I'd rather play as Batman Forever costume, or if we get a Batman the animated series costume, I'd rather do that. I'd rather play as Superman Red Sun or Superman 1000 skin. I'd rather get that than to have to deal with, oh, I need to unlock this certain gear. I'd rather like play as, oh, I can play as Zack Snyder Superman, or I can play as James Gunn Superman. That's what I'd rather have in Injustice. I'd rather have a story that is well written and thought through. I don't know, they don't really fuck up with Injustice stories in my personal opinion. The first one is dark and it's supposed to be. The second one, well, I wasn't feeling the story that much. I did find a lot of things I liked about it. But those are my thoughts. I don't know what Neitherrealm has in store next. Those are just my predictions. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for supporting the Mortal Kombat content throughout the years, man. Those are some of my they've done better videos, and I generally thank you guys for the support of that. Those were some hectic days. I had to sit there and edit so much shit, and I remember doing that, and you guys didn't complain that I had to make the screen black and white for fatalities and fatal blows. So I thank you guys for that. I know I've been talking for way too long. I've been yapping. And I know y'all didn't order a yappuccino. So I'll see you guys in the next video. And let your heart be your guiding key. Peace.